Hey Deckers, Warhammer Space Marine 2 is finally here and it's almost playable on the Steam Deck. And I say almost because it really does tease you, especially through some of the situations where we are seeing around 20 to 30 frames per second, and the graphics do even look quite good even at the absolute lowest settings, which I'll show you in a second with FSR2 on quality. However, when we start getting into the hordes and when there are hundreds, and I mean hundreds of enemies on screen and all swarming in, those frame rates do dip below the playable status and it becomes a bit of a trug on the deck, and it really doesn't look too good either. So we are very close. I think it does need FSR3 as it only has FSR2 implemented right now, and we definitely need some upgraded drivers so that we can actually support frame generation in game as well, as that would make a huge difference. As you can see in the sections, it is dropping down into that sub 20. Now this was running at 800p and originally that was running on FSR2 quality, but even if we put it to balanced, you gain a few frames per second temporarily, and again it looks like it's going to be playable in smaller sections that are quite graphically intense still, but there aren't a huge amount of enemies. But again, once that swarm starts closing in, those frame rates start plummeting once again and we lose all sense of quality, and it just looks like a fuzzy mess of things crawling towards you. You can see now we're down into sub 20 frames per second and it does stay there. Although just about playable, it's really not enjoyable. Of course, this has been added to GeForce NOW day and date, and if we run this through the Chrome browser on the Steam Deck running at ultra settings, we have a very different view of the game. So if you are looking to play this, I do recommend playing this through GeForce NOW on the Steam Deck, and I'll leave a link to the guide in the description below so that you can play this. There is an additional cost if you don't go for the free tier, but as you can see, this is not a good way to be playing this on the Steam Deck right now. They have said that they are going to look at getting Steam Deck support later this year, but again, without proper FSR3 implementation, I'm not sure how playable this will be on the Steam Deck natively. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to be diving into this one and if you're going to try waiting for local or dive in on GeForce NOW or elsewhere. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.